Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. This is Paulo Tibig, 2021 na, and we have high hopes na we can now bounce back and thrive na yung bagong taon. If you are a corporate leader or business leader, ito lang po yung tanong natin. Is our team now ready to be successful this year? If you observe today, the consumer or customers are changing their buying habits. And basically, it's more than the price right now that is more important in choosing product or service. Nowadays, customers want to make the most in what they spend. The value is the first and foremost reason why customers are patronizing our product and services. So what do? This 2021, we have to be relevant. We have to stand out. We have to be the orange among apples. Imagine this representation. You can see now an orange amongst the apples. And look and visualize these apples are your competitors. Meaning to say, everything equal. Pare-pareho ang offering natin. Pare-pareho ang ating pricing. Pare-pareho yung pinu-provide natin. Paano bibili, paano tayo tatangkilikin, at paano ipapatronize ng ating customers yung ating product or service. So the principle that I share is always about you have to be the orange among apples. You have to be different. We have to stand out. If your product and services is almost the same as these apples, then definitely we will be just providing yung price war. And we don't want that. We wanted to have the value with our product or service. We have to be the orange amongst apples. These are the proven insight and principle that I always share in our Mindset of Champion keynotes. These are insightful, actionable, relevant, ideal for kickoffs, sales rallies, conferences, general assemblies, and team buildings, and more. Anchored on the 5 holistic Mindset of Champion keynotes framework, which circles on the 5 important cornerstones. First, on our core, establishment and the right mindset and motivation to develop the essential skills and leadership development. Second, customers, learning the right approach in building long-lasting customers relationship. Third, product or services. You need to know exactly your differentiator. Paano ka magiging orange among apples? Fourth, strategies. Time-tested, actionable steps that can be employed immediately to increase sales productivity. And fifth, results. Deliver it for the organization and aim for continuous sales improvement and performance management. So, whether your industry is FMCG, insurance, real estate, retail, or services, B2B, B2C, we have the right keynote for you. For bookings and inquiries, see the details below so we can help you motivate your team and kickstart 2021 right. Everyone, maraming salamat. This is Paulo Tibig. See you on your next event.
Welcome to the Paulo Tibig Show, ang babago sa Saturday habit mo. At these crucial times, we'll definitely need a boost in our work and business performances. That is why TPTS is here to provide you all access to valuable business contents to help entrepreneurs and corporate professionals. We will equip you with insights, best practices, and motivation toward excellence in the workplace. This show will also feature real stories, industry learnings, and authentic experiences from our seasoned experts and leaders. Are you ready to learn and stand out? Kung oo, then ano pang hinihintay mo? Tune in na sa The Paulo Tibig Show, the show for your businesses and companies. The Paulo Tibig Show.
I would take the stars out of the sky for you. Stop the rain from falling if you ask.
Okay. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, everyone, sa mga viewers natin all over the Philippines at sa iba't ibang parte ng mundo ngayon na nakikita ko na dito sa mga nagko-comment. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Ito na ulit ang ating Saturday Night Habit. Kung kayo ay naghahapunan ngayon, nagpapahinga at yung iba na tumututok talaga ngayon, ini-encourage ko kayo ngayon, mag-share na o mag-watch party na para lang sa ganoon, mas marami tayong ma-reach out, mas marami tayong matulungan at mas maraming makinabang dito sa ating The Paulo Tibig Show na tuwing alas 7 ng gabi, every Saturday, ang bagong Saturday habit natin. So simulan na natin yan. Kumusta po kayo? At unang muna, babatiin mo natin, mag-PPT shouts na tayo dito sa ating mga early birds na ngayon ay nakatutok na. Yan. From Tia Saho. Magandang gabi, Tia. Magandang gabi sa inyo dyan. From Salvacion Galima, watching from Solano, Nueva Vizcaya. Maraming salamat, Salvacion. Ma'am Mercy Pareño, watching from Sainta. Ma'am Mercy, kumusta po ang early retirement? Magandang gabi, Ma'am Mercy. From Alvin De Jesus from Abu Dhabi, UAE. Palita ako, nagkaroon na yata ng vaccination sa UAE and usually you're all good there. Yan sa Dubai, sa Abu Dhabi, sa UAE, sa iba't iba pang bansa. Maria Papa, ang aga ni Maria, customer care always makes the difference. Tama yun, Maria. At mamaya sa ating topic for tonight, I'm sure mag-discuss natin yan. And he's from Davao City. Ayan, magandang gabi. Jonathan Luis. Apong simple po, katatapos ng Ask the Expert Series ng pamakalimig dyan sa UAE. Magandang gabi, Jonathan. At sa iyong viewers dyan, magandang gabi. Mario Estilio, sir, watching from Olongapo, looking forward to our March 27. Oo nga, magandang gabi, Sir Mario. Ha? Magandang gabi, magandang gabi. AJ Perez from Davao, good evening, AJ. Joan De La Peña from Davao City. Naku, malamang dito, baka si President Duterte nanonood dito ngayon. Ha? Chris Coco, good evening, watching from Santa Maria, Bulacan. Chris, magandang gabi. Hope business is okay, Chris. Magandang gabi sa iyo. From June Enerio, happy Sabado, Coach Paulo. And to all followers, maraming salamat, June. And you're coming from Jensen, if I'm not mistaken. June, Arnold Vargas, watching from Cagayan. Maganda po Arnold. AJ Perez, continue inspiring speakers like us. Yes, AJ, we will do that. You always need to be, di ba, viewing our show every Saturday. And sabi ko nga sa inyo, please like, share nyo na sa inyong mga social media account itong ating show for tonight. So, everyone at maraming makapanood at makapakinig. Napakagandang topic for tonight. I'm sure you will be delighted with our guest for tonight. Excited po sa guest natin for tonight. So, sa social media, always follow us kasi dito po natin na ipapakita niyo. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Follow us on your social media account. Likewise, if you have YouTube channel, at follow naman po ang inyong pupuntahan. Hanapin niyo po doon. Mag-subscribe na kayo at lagi niyong i-hit yung bell button para pagka may show na tayo, nariyan na. Kasi dito niyo mapapanood yung mga pwede niyo i-playback yung mga episodes natin every Saturday at kung ano pang mga content na nilalagay po natin diyan. Earlier also, we're inviting you for, kasi ngayon season po ngayon ng motivational for your team. So we would like to invite you and join us and collaborate with us. We have so many kickstart campaign initiatives for this month and the rest of the month, the first quarter. Do let us know. We can help you out in your kick-off sales rallies, conferences, general assemblies, and team buildings. Yan. And with all of the signature programs also that we have, from Mindset Champion keynotes, to Love of Work program, to CUPS, Culture Building, Sales Masters. Ito talaga ang hinahanap ngayon Sales Masters program natin. Moment of Truth in Frontline Management. Siyempre, yung standout leadership, diba? Yung ating simplified strategic planning, the next level at yung ating NLP-based virtual team building facilitation. So again, for your corporate trainings, let us know for your learning events. At this point, I would like to greet all our new members of Workplace Excellence PH. Magandang gabi. Kung nariyan kayo, magparamdam po kayo, mag-comment na kayo at para mabati rin naman namin kayo kung nasan kayo. Ayan ang inyong mga pangalan. Napakarami po ninyo at tuloy-tuloy na mag-join. Bakit po kailangan mag-join? Doon sa hindi pa nag-join, please join us kasi ito po ay professionals community. Marami tayong pinag-usapan doon. Maraming regular workplace motivation that can help you grow in your career, in your business, personal also, and your professional career. So, kumusta kayo? Again, it's the week for all of us na talagang napaka-busy. We too, with the past week, we've been busy motivating a lot of companies, corporate. We have a session with lots of pizza, make any food products, with facilitation of Olongapo Business Club and yung Zambales Business Club. And again, yung Living Waters natin, tuloy-tuloy ito for the rest of every Friday till February. So, medyo busy in between. Siyempre po yung podcast, guesting, and meetings also with our businesses. So, I hope kayo rin po ay nasa mabuting kalagayan at nagpapahinga na dahil alam natin na talagang nasa work from home man kayo o nasa office man kayo, nasa on-site kayo, alam po natin na talagang we need to still work, we need to still do business. So, kumusta po kayong lahat? Diyan. Now, if you wanted to get, if you have products and services that you wanted to promote to our very good viewership, meron po tayong brand segment. Dito po natin, we can get your message across. Napakaganda po ng viewership. Let us know. We can provide you with a very good customization of programa at kung anong pwede natin gawin. So, let us know and collaborate us. Email us. Dito lamang po sa Paulo Tibig Show@email.com. And we would like to thank our partners simultaneously na pinapalabas po ito, Global Pinas TV. Maraming salamat Global Pinas TV for live streaming the show on time. Ngayong 7 p.m. as always, thank you for joining us with this show. Ito na, ang laging pinakihintay. If you wanted to join also a raffle promo, di ba yung tutuwin natin, paano nga ba magsasali? Walang 10,000, walang 5,000, more than motivation, meron din tayo pa preview. Sa ating mga tutuwin, join us, bit.ly/tutuwin every episode. Make sure to fill in the quick lang na details to join the raffle. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe, di ba? On our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Paulo Tibig, stay with us till the end of the show for the raffle. And after the show, we will be telling and we'll be picking randomly yung dun sa ating ruleta ng kapalaran at kailangan nandyan po kayo. And use the hashtag Paulo Tibig Show. Okay, so alam nyo, ngayong panahon na to, gusto natin, batingin pa natin, mag-TPT shots pa tayo sa mga ating early joiners at this point, yung mga viewers natin. Maria Esquilio, ayan, regards to our partners, Juan Fernandez, Angela Esquilio, Jigger Manalo, magandang gabi sa inyo dyan, ha? And let's have one Zoom meeting na. Leo Jefferson, Coach Sam from Bataan. Coach, maraming salamat. Marie Franco, Lite, good evening and Happy New Year. Ma'am, Happy New Year po and to your employees, also to your team members. Magandang gabi at happy at sa lahat pa po ng viewers natin na ngayon nakikita na ayaw bumati. It's okay, no problem with that. Share, mag-share na dito sa ating show for tonight. Ano nga bang pag-uusapan natin? Alam nyo, it's all about culture. And remember, yung gusto nating pag-usapan, paano nga ba, di ba, nadidevelop ang tayong kultura sa ating mga negosyo at sa ating mga organization. And it is essential part, di ba, ng businesses at ng companies. Nowadays, workers have high expectations of their bosses and this goes far beyond just more than a typical paycheck. The workers today wants to know that they are making a real difference. Yan yung value within the organization and in our companies. The secret to a successful organization, ano nga ba siya? is to have a winning corporate culture. And this is based on the shared belief, di ba? At paniniwala, principle, di ba, that underpins strategy and structure. But before that, before I introduce to you our guest for tonight, let me give you our standout quote for this week. Kung nandiyan kayo sa bahay, pwede nyo nang picturean to, pwede nyo nang i-record ito. You can also recite this particular quote that I really love and I've included in our standout leadership book. Culture is living, breathing, day in, day out, formed within the organization, being part of the buy-in of employees and embedded in their hearts and minds. So parang ang sinasabi natin dito, ito po yung parang nananalaytay sa atin. Ito po yung parang dugo na dumadaloy sa ating pananatawan at talaga naman ang kultura, kapag nasa atin yan, alam nyo, napakarami pong ma-achieve ng isang business, ng isang kumpanya. At kung kayo ay talagang culturally fit, di ba, doon sa inyong ginagawa ngayon, sa inyong trabaho ngayon, at sa inyong negosyo ngayon, I'm sure yung success will really happen. And later, to know more about that, our guest, alam nyo, itong guest natin na to, talagang heavy rin sa kanyang pagmamahal, sa kanyang, syempre, sa kanilang kabuhayan, at syempre doon sa kulturang ating pinag-uusapan. So kung ready na kayo, again, i-share nyo na ito, again, mag-subscribe na sa YouTube channel at ipakita at iparamdam natin sa maraming tao ang pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi dito sa Paulo Tibig Show. Sige, ito na ha. Sir, ito na ha. Okay. Ito na ang ating guest, being born with a proverbial silver spoon. Diba? It can easily produce a powerful sense of entitlement and privilege. Lafayette Lim, known as Yeti to family and friends, scion of the clan that owns the New City Commercial Center group that manages malls, resorts, farms, and other enterprises all over Mindanao. However, he opted to have it in a challenging way. After completing his Bachelor of Science Computer Science major in Information Technology from De La Salle University in 1994, Lim bided his time and worked for other companies before joining the family business, particularly the New City Commercial Center or NCCC group of companies in southern Davao. Lafayette Lim is the president of the New City Commercial Center, the biggest, take note of that, everyone, the biggest consumer retail chain in Davao with over 40 stores. He is a fellow awardee. He's a fellow awardee winning the 2019 Agora Awards of Philippine Marketing. Hello, yung mga taga-PMA natin, kunwari kayo, paramdam nga kayo rin dito sa ating show. The 2019 Agora Awards for Outstanding Achievement in Entrepreneurship Large-Scale category. And one of the few people from outside Metro Manila who won the Agora, the prestigious Agora Award. Everyone, let's bring in and let's provide the warmest, the warmest greetings and appreciation for joining us tonight, Mr. Lafayette Yeti Lim. Ayan! Hello, sir! Hello!
Hello.
Ayan, so magandang gabi, Yet. Palagay ko, siguro magandang batiin mo muna yung ating mga viewers, hindi lamang dito sa Davao. Siyempre, malamang marami tayo dyan sa Davao. Baka nagtitrend tayo ngayon dyan sa Davao. At hindi lang dito sa Davao, but also sa buong Pilipinas at ganun din sa iba't ibang lugar kung nasa na Pilipino sa ibang bansa. Go ahead, Sir Yet.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Paulo, for inviting me to your show.
Oo, napaka-iksi ng mukhang kinakabahan si Sir Yeti dito. Nako, alam niyo, sa totoo lang hindi po ito first time ni Sir Yet na ma-interview to begin with, kasi siya po talagang sasabihin ba natin na Yet na napaka-staple nito sa lahat ng mga podcast yata na narinig natin. Baka nga po kayo napakinggan niyo ni Sir Yeti. Ako po talagang motivated din na marinig siya kasi ang dami niya pong na-share sa atin, no? at talagang nakikita ko siya na talagang pinapaunlakan niya rin dahil nga siguro ito po isang advocacy niya na mabahagi at magkaroon din ng pagtulong sa mas maraming Filipino lalo na po ngayong pandemic, di ba? Yan, tama yan, no? At palagay ko, wag, alam ko hindi ka kinakabahan na, alam ko at ito repair dito ngayon. So, kumusta? Kumusta, Sir Yet? Kumusta ang business? Kumusta ang career? Sir Yet?
Good evening again. Well, actually, it's been January pa lang, but it seems na everyone's hoping na this will be a different year, different time, a different new year compared to what happened last year. Pero alam naman natin na tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung yung mga problema na minana ng 2020, particularly the pandemic. So whatever yung mga issues last year, it's still gonna be carried over this year. But then kung ano man yung kinaya natin last year, kakayanin pa rin natin this year, and we're all hoping really high hopes na the vaccine will bring us back to some sort of normal, at least closer to what we were used to in the past.
Oo nga, I'm sure lahat tayo talagang medyo excited na tayo na dumating, although may mga agam-agam pa rin, di ba? Tama yet, no? And
Yes.
I think everyone, parang we wanted to go back, tama, in a little bit, di ba yung normalcy natin? Though, nakikita natin na, yun nga sabi nga natin, eto na sana, okay na, eto na naman, meron na naman bagong variant, and we hope na hindi, alam niyo po, hindi ito dapat magpapatigil sa atin. Nakita natin somehow, and I'm sure even just sa Davao, yet na parang we can coexist right now with what's happening, ano? Tama ba, sir? Sa Davao, siguro, I'm sure medyo parang normal na rin ang takbo ng tao at takbo ng buhay, sir?
Hindi rin pareho lang din sa nangyayari sa ibang cities sa Davao, sa Philippines. Meron pa ring mga may quarantine pa rin, and so meron pa ring mga required na protocols, but then we just have to follow them and continue with our life kasi syempre, di ba, it's hindi buti kung isang buwan lang at 2 buwan lang, it's been like most of last year. So, and we cannot just keep thinking na sana mawala na siya, and then what do we do while waiting? Wala. Do we end our life? Do we just go into despair? Hindi talaga. We just have to face and accept na ito yung sitwasyon ngayon. What are we going to do? So we have to keep laban lang ng laban talaga. Actually, last year was really a crazy year, di ba? I mean, unbelievably crazy, and it's so crazy that nobody is prepared for it. Nobody expected it, and nobody's prepared to do what's supposed to be done. So wala, we just have to take it face it lang talagang how it looks like and how we should take each and every day, how to beat it each and every day.
Talagang kailangan nandun yung sabi ko nga sabi ko dapat nandun pa rin yung positivity, hindi ng virus, everyone but the positivity in what we wanted to do, in what our goals are, in what we wanted to achieve in our life. Kailangan tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yan, everyone in your personal or professional career, hindi po dapat tayo magpapatalo dito. Tama si Sir Yet doon, sabi niya, we just need to follow with the protocol, and I'm sure hindi man 100% ang ginagawa natin yung ating mga bagay-bagay, ating buhay-buhay, kayang-kaya pa rin po natin itong lagpasan. Yan. So, Yet, ako ay excited na sa iyong isi-share sa atin ngayong gabi. I'm sure yung ating mga viewers, everyone ito na po, pagbibigyan na po natin ng pagkakataon si Sir Yet, i-share niya ang kanyang nalalaman, ang kanyang insight about our topic for tonight. Sir Yet, meron ba tayong, meron ka bang pin-prepare for our viewers ngayong gabi? Meron ba?
Yes. So I will start.
Sige. So we will give you first the time to share the thoughts, and later on we will provide some question. All right, okay. Viewers, i-share nyo na po ito ngayong gabi. Ito na, magsisimula na ang ating, di ba? Kumbaga, sabi ko nga, learnings on air dito sa ating Saturday Night Habits. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening ulit sa lahat. Company culture has always been one of the hallmarks of NCCC in doing business. Before NCCC expanded to what it is now, I remember how my grandfather and father sowed the seeds of our culture by treating the employees back then to company summer outings, Christmas celebrations, and just the normal, just how they treated the employees in their normal interactions with them. And there's so many other activities way back then, and these activities are probably even at present are not common for companies to be doing because of the added cost it brings. I remember as kids, we sometimes even perform during the Christmas parties. Just imagine a Christmas party with hundreds of guests. It's actually chaotic. Food preparation alone was a riot, but we did it and everyone enjoyed it. Retired employees would often reminisce about how my dad was very accessible to them and even initiated things for them like the housing programs, which many of our retired employees are now enjoying. We currently have two phases, two NCCC villages that house NCCC employees. And during the time when my dad was actually convinced them to pay for it slowly, with yung installment, a lot of them actually was not happy about it. But then right now they're so overjoyed because now they have their own lot, they have their own house, and they can say na they have a home of their own. And so they continue to visit my dad in the cemetery twice a year during his birthday and during his death anniversary, where I joined them and we swap stories about their good old times. And they actually have an FB group called the NCCC group. And it currently has about 600 members, most of them retirees. Some of them are employees who have been with us for a long time, more than 15, 20 years, who are still currently working. Kasi
active pa? Still active pa yung mga ibang kumbaga normally alumni ang dating nila. Parang gano'n.
Oo,
So,
we still see them, we still meet them, and then every year. And actually, just a few years ago, they actually started the reunion. So that's the third time we meet every year. During the summer, merong silang beach outing din. I think for 5 years in a row na yata. I don't really remember. Pero yun.
I'm sure looking forward yan to taon. Ganun na nangyayari na. Looking forward sila dyan. Sige sir, go ahead sir. Galing. Sige sir.
So at present, our company has a dedicated team under HR who takes charge of developing, implementing, and enhancing our company culture in all our business units. We have more than 5,000 now in our workforce, scattered around Davao, Mindanao, and meron din sa Palawan and also sa Manila office namin. So, however, we do not call our workforce as employees. We call them our associates, and we treat them as such. We believe that rather as an employee, we build a relationship of partnership with them to let them know that their success is our success and our success is their own success. Isang pamilya, one NCCC. Our company culture is based and deeply rooted in our company values: humility, hard work, integrity, excellence, care, fun, and dignity. These values are represented by our family of geese: Humby, Hardy, Teggy, Selly, Carrie, Funny, and Diggy. This family is very much embedded in how we communicate our company culture to our employees. Our company values are very important to us, and they are always at the forefront of how we get things done in NCCC. We can compare this to wearing color-tinted sunglasses that in every situation, our perspective should always be colored by the hue of our values. Even our company code for discipline, which we internally call the NCCC spirit, is based on and aptly categorized by our company values. This works both ways: for the associate to be guided on how they should live the values of the company in their workplaces, and for the management to be guided on how to fairly treat our associates when enforcing the code of discipline to everyone. One of the reasons why NCCC is a preferred destination for job seekers is that besides the monetary compensation and benefits, how we implement our company culture is well known by Davaoeños, and many of them want to work with us because of that. At present, we have many unique annual programs for associates that is based on our company culture. To name a few, we have the Paligsayahan, our annual sports fest where we organize various sports and games like basketball, volleyball, chess, badminton, and other games, even games of the general. This sports fest is not only held in Davao but also in Tagum and Palawan. We start our paligsayahan with a grand opening ceremony where we have our cheering competition. We also have our annual Associates Congress, which is a month-wide celebration showing our gratitude for all our associates by having programs in their honor and having easy-to-pay shopping privileges for them as a way to show our thanks to them for all their hard work. Every Christmas, we have one big Christmas party for everyone, with all the business units coming together for dinner, dancing, singing, and bonding.
Sir, meron nag-text sa akin dito,
Oh.
Parang ang sabi mo merong parang tama ba ang pagkakadinig niya raw? Free shopping ba to doon sa mga associates?
Oh, hindi free.
Meron bang ganon as part of the culture, or baka namali lang tayo ng dinig doon? Can you expound with that concept doon sa development ng culture within the employees?
No, yung Associate Congress, but maybe talking about the Associate Congress, it's a way for them to, they actually have each regular employee have a rewards and benefits card. So yung rewards and benefits card niyan, meron siyang parang load, and this load has been this has been around for a long time, even way before the rewards and benefits card. Merong yung kanilang parang medical sa medical benefit nila, they have a certain amount which they can use to buy medicine from our pharmacy, and that is part of their benefit, hindi yan siya. But besides that, we do have benefits that have monetary value. But yung Associates Congress, we give based on your ranking, we give a certain credit limit, and then they can buy anything from NCCC, and the amount is they pay it through salary deduction on a monthly basis. So it's
magaan.
Para siyang internal na credit card, and wala siyang interest.
Interest. Ayan ha. So sabi baka naman daw Sir Yet, baka naman umabot daw dito yung card na yan.
Sorry.
By the way, everyone i-share niyo na po itong show natin. Sir Yet, just to give an idea, right now we have about more than 100 shares. At ito pag minultiply natin, napakalaki na po nito. So everyone, continue sharing. Ang ganda po ng na-share sa atin ni Sir Yet ngayon. Sir Yet, go ahead. Sige.
Okay. So I was talking about the Christmas party. So just recently, a few years ago, kasi nung 2003, 2004, that's the time when NCCC as one single big company was divided into the business units, yung NCCC supermarket, department store, HB1 pharmacy. So during that time, yung Christmas parties na-divide na into business units. But a few years ago, we started to have one huge party. So can you imagine, for the past few years, we're having Christmas party, especially the Davao area, about 3,000 in one Christmas party. So just imagine what kind of Christmas party that is.
Wow. Yes. 3,000 in one, for example, in one night. Parang lahat simultaneous.
So yes, and there's only one venue in Davao that we can do. So that's where we all converge for I think 2 to 3 years na. We started doing the one party, one NCCC party.
One NCCC party. Kaya lang ngayon, last year, wala.
Wala. Actually, last year wala, and 2 years ago wala rin. Kasi 2 years ago, if I remember right, there was that was the time of nagkaroon ng major earthquake. And sometime in the past, actually, it's 3 years na, there were 3 instances na, 3 years na wala kaming party. One was a few years ago when we had this, when nagkaroon ng major typhoon. Sorry, I don't know. There's so many typhoons already that passed. The devastation was really bad, and then there was this fundraising by Kawad Kalinga to build houses in that area. So we had a poll for our association. Can we just donate the amount we're gonna spend for a Christmas party and give it to Kawad Kalinga to build houses? And there was a consensus, and that's what we did. That was years ago. 2 years ago naman for the earthquake, we did the same. So we have this fund with the employees fund, and then this is the fund that goes to we went to helping those that were affected by the earthquake. And last year, of course, we cannot have a Christmas party talaga last year because of what happened.
Sir, I like yung sinabi mo na parang it's a consensus kasi 'di ba? For most employees, sabihin na natin, big and small companies right now in the Philippines, kung minsan ayaw nila yan eh. Why? Kasi 'di ba, parang sabi nila, this is our time, 'di ba, to hobnob with one another, to have a fellowship. And can you share with us ano yung naging parang driving point para mag-agree ang karamihan ng associates, as you mentioned, ng NCC group, to really parang provide yung supposedly gagastusin para doon sa mga Christmas party na ibahagi na lamang dito sa mga nasalanta ng mga kalamidad na yan the past years. Can you share with us ano yung pinaka parang driving point? Bakit kami papayag? Yeah.
Well, in any organization, if however yung culture ng organization, despite the siguro naman may a few exceptions, but it's not when the culture is strong, and then the values that the company has and has been living from the very start, maramdaman man yan ng mga empleyado, and they can really feel the genuine care that NCCC has for them. And so when we decide on some things like this, they would also want to share the care. So so ganun ang nangyayari. Actually when you were saying why would they want to do it, that's really we saw for ourselves na we nakita talaga namin na they want to help also the way that we help them.
Alright. So yun everyone, naririnig nyo po, 'di ba, yung konting kapritsyo, tama yet baka sa Mindanao, yung kapritsyo sa Tagalog, yung bang konting ano bang writer, paki-comment nyo nga everyone, ano ba yung kapritsyo baka sa Bisaya o sa Mindanao basta yung siguro, ano bang term yun sa Bisaya o Mindanao, para doon sa ating mga viewers dyan sa Vismin, sa Tagalog po yung capriccio, yung bang konting, konting kasiyahan na lang, siguro gano'n na lang, na ile-let go nung team ng NCC kasi nakikita nila at voluntarily, di ba, na parang gusto nila yung gagawin in lieu of yung konting kasiyahan of capriccio na yan. So yan. So related to that, Sir Yet, so paano mo binibuild? Di ba? I'm sure together with you and the family and your key executives, paano nyo binibuild yung right culture within the company? With that, by the way, yung na-mention mo na 3,000, these are all the employees right now. Ito, ganito kasi.
Sa Davao lang yan. I mentioned 3,000 because of our Davao party, but all over the country, we have around 2,000.
Overall, it's about how many?
5,000. A
Okay.
bit over 5,000.
Laki, no? Grabe, everyone, nakikita nyo, medyo nakakalula for so many businesses, but you know for a fact that ito yung mga bagay na to, hindi po ito, kung narinig nyo po yung kaninang introduction natin kay Sir Yet, siya po hindi yung tipong entitled kaagad. Tama, Sir Yet, no? Minabuti niya na, alam nyo, talagang just to get experience at bago nag-join dun sa family business. And look at what's happening right now. I'm sure pivotal, at the same time, instrumental po si Sir Yet in really expanding and scaling up with their business. Now, Sir Yet, how do you build culture within the employees, within the organization?
Well, aside from defining it and then explaining it, you have to live it. And ang maganda kasi sa amin, like what I mentioned much earlier, this has been the culture from the very beginning. And we have so many stories. There was a time we tried to interview itong mga earlier employees, those that even would go all the way back more than 30, 40 years, and then even 50 years. So for those that nandun sa pre-NCCC, from our mother company pa, so you can see na embedded na talaga sa way the company is run, yung culture namin ngayon. We just put them into words and then define them more clearly, and then we live them, and the owners live them. And since nakikita nga ng mga leaders na we lived our values, then let's just say na that force naman. I'm just saying that ate mo ang may-ari nga ganyan, paano pa kami, parang ganun ba, something like that. 'Di ba? There were times na siguro kung merong leader na medyo hindi maganda yung attitude, 'di ba? Ang may-ari nga hindi naging ganyan, ikaw pa, parang ganun. Yan. So ayun. it's something that's lived. It's something that's you experience for yourself, and the experience makes you want to live it also, and to live out yung values at the company. Yeah.
Ayun nga, I think that's very consistent, everyone, doon sa sinasabi natin. Lagi ko nga, ito narinig din sa akin ni Sir Yeto, in fact, yung standout quote natin kanina, kung narinig mo, Sir Yet, ito'y sinama natin doon sa ating standout leadership book, na parang culture is about something that we have to breathe in and breathe out. Parang we have to live with it. Yung talagang parang nananalaytay sa atin. Kaya nga medyo jive kami ni Sir Yet dito. And ako nga nagkaroon din ng, for our viewers, everyone, nagkaroon ako ng pagkakataon also to share yung ating insight, ang ating learnings also with the team of Sir Yet. Nito ring pandemic, talagang doon ko nakita kung paano pinatatatag at pinalalakas ng company with the helm of Sir Yet, yung kanilang talagang tamang kultura. Marami akong narinig na napakaganda at talagang ini-encourage natin. Sir Yet, with this...
Tama yan, sasabihin ko kasunod sana. Naunahan mo na ako. It's
sorry.
Okay. No problem.
Yes.
Kasi one of our annual activities is our Leaders Assembly. And last year, during our second, it was the second technically, but we had similar events in the past. Last year, second, since hindi na nga pwede magkita-kita, we convened together for learning sessions, and we were blessed last year that it was you, Paulo, who graced our event and gave a very impactful and memorable learning session. So, ayun.
Salamat have done to continuously. They have reasoned with the challenge that I have posted nung ating session. Talagang may follow through. At nakita ko at senior sa akin if you will not, kung hindi mo alam to, na-share sa akin ng team mo yung kanilang follow-through na ginawa dun sa ating session. So happy naman ako doon kasi talagang is a very good challenge na sana makita natin in the next months pa, sana nga kung beyond, di ba? Beyond the year and more pa dito. Okay, Sir Yet, bago natin pagpatuloy itong kwentuhan natin, gusto ko lang muna mag-TPT shouts tayo dito. Medyo marami na itong nagko-comment dito. Everyone, unang-una, kung meron po kayong katanungan o insight na gustong malaman at ibahagi at itanong sa ating bisita ngayon, mag-comment na po kayo. Likewise, everyone, share niya. Ang taas ng shares natin ngayon sa Yet. Hindi ko alam kung buong Davao ay nanonood ngayon dito sa atin, pero napaka-taas shares natin dito. We're averaging about 80 to 100 per show. Right now, we're about, kanina I was informed by the team that's more than 110, close to 120 already. So it's a big share. So share nyo lang po. Sige, mag-TPT shouts tayo. Camille, Yet, dyan ka lang Sir Yet, dyan ka lang. Ayan, from Edward Perez. Magandang gabi, Edward, kung nasan ka man. At let us know kung nasan po kayo. Ma'am Ikal Garcia, good evening, watching from Lipa City. Ma'am Ikal, masarap ang lomi sa Lipa City. And Maria Papa, good evening, Sir Yeti. Ayan, meron pa siyang heart doon. From From Mary Ann Guyola. Ayan, may clap hands na. Sir Yet, hindi pa tayo tapos. Edmar Silastre, magandang gabi, Edmar. Ayan, sige. Sino pa? Jen Concepcion. Akala ko, ni Gabi Concepcion to. Jen, watching from Mandaluyong. Magandang gabi. Sa labas dapat yan. from Miss Nora Reclusado. O may clap din. Salamat Ma'am Nora. John Montevon, good evening sir, watching from Taytay Rizal. Be safe dyan sa Rizal. Mike and Fena, good evening both gentlemen, members of Esan Takemichi Kimono Shop is now listening. Kung saan po kayo, Ma'am Maiken, let us know para mabati rin natin kung ano yung inyong ginagawa o saang lugar kayo dito sa Pilipinas o nasa abroad. From Jamaica, Castañeda Pareñas. Good evening, Ma'am. Chiquit Papa, Sir Yeyet, Lafayette Lim, and Sir Paulo. Maraming salamat, Jamaica, for joining us. Great leadership from Miss Mylene Menyas. Sabi niya, with compassion. Thank you, Mylene. Again, for joining us always. Arnold Vargas, galing, Sir Yet. Ayan, Arnold, maraming salamat. So, continue lang tayo, everyone. So, share pa rin kayo. Okay, Sir Yet, alam ko may gusto ko pang maibahagi. Go ahead, Sir Yet.
Okay. So, I was mentioning about what we do for our leaders. So, besides that, we also actively look into other learning avenues to provide continuous education for our managers and leaders for them to learn new knowledge and effectively doing their work. Little by little, we are implementing a coaching culture as part of our overall company culture. Actually, me and I personally learned coaching, meta coaching, because I wanted to experience for myself to see what is the right way of what are the other ways, different types of coaching, which is the one that I thought was the best way to implement in our company. So we are embracing the paradigm on how we relate with our associates and would like to ingrain it on our company culture and identity. We encourage our associates to form their own employees cooperative. So actually, we already have the NCCC Associates Cooperative or NASCO, which hopefully soon will contribute even more to their financial stability and that comes from their hard work. The challenge of embracing the company culture is not just directed to the associate, but to the management as well. We strongly remind the managers and executives to treat all our associates in light of our company values. A good example is during the pandemic, one of our very first moves was to give all our associates financial assistance. And even though our company took a big hit from the COVID pandemic, we gave a second round of financial assistance at the end of 2020. Our care for our associates is really from the heart. With all that I've shared with you, the only thing that is important to remember really is that our success is rooted and centered on the humanity of our NCCC family. Humility, care, and even fun don't really belong to core values of a business. But for our company, it is ingrained in our vision, which is a leader who cares. Definitely, we are a leader in the business, fueled by our integrity, excellence, and hard work. But beyond that which fuels our success, humility, care, and fun bring dignity to everyone in NCCC and those we come in contact with, from our customers, suppliers, to the community. So, yan ang NCCC, a leader who cares. We are a leader, but we also care. So, that's good evening.
Parang gusto ko nang pumalakpak pero meron pa ilang minuto alam nyo, ang dami pong nabanggit na ni Sir Yed dito. Sir Yed, okay lang ba? Merong isang katanungan dito sa Facebook natin. Sabi ko, ano daw ba sa iyo ang happy workplace? Yan. Ano ba? How do you, parang hindi naman siguro i-define, but more of, siguro ang gusto niyang sabihin dito, how do you find or paano nakukultivate yung isang happy workplace? Yeah?
It really starts from the company. The company can do a lot of things to make the workplace happy. Of course, it all starts with having a company that really takes care of the employees din. Kasi when you feel taken care of, regardless of ano man yung situation mo in life, that will form the basis for you to love your work. Actually, it starts there. Although it doesn't only end there. Ang problem, there are instances also, and I've experienced it in the many years I've been with the company, na sometimes I will feel na this particular employee, grabe, bakit ganyan siya? Mas mabuti siguro magtrabaho muna siya sa labas para maramdaman niya na gaano ka para those people that hindi nila ma-appreciate yung difference pa. And we do have a lot of employees like that who leave, and then a few of them manage to come back, and they will tell stories, dito sa labas ganito ganyan, and they want to come back, but of course not everyone has the opportunity to come back. So ayun, and you have to love your work. And one of the things that makes NCCC easy to love your work is because of the way NCCC is as a company talaga. More than like fun is a value, di ba? More of our company, and we do have all these activities. But more than the activities is the alam mo kasi na nararamdaman mo kasi yung care within the company. And with the and with this when you feel it, and then you know that you're working with NCCC contributes to something bigger. Even though you just work and then you get your salary and you experience all the good things that the company gives you, you know that you are part of something bigger. Kasi your good work with NCCC contributes to the success of NCCC. And the success of NCCC benefits a lot of people, not only those that are the employees, although it starts there. And this is one of the things na alam din kasi ng mga, especially mga taga Davao and the areas we operate, they know about this kasi syempre our employees are part of the community, di ba? So nararamdaman nila paano nagki-care ang NCCC sa mga employees nila. And that alone, and as besides that NCCC does help a lot of people. Then we do have our NCCC cares. We're nagpapaaral kami ng more than 200 indigent children from elementary, high school, and all the way to college. We already have a lot of graduates. Some of them are abroad. And just I think 1 or 2 years ago, at this reunion, they came home. And then actually, na-surprise ko dun sa event na yun where they all gathered together and they made videos. And they were so happy na for that opportunity na kung hindi namin sila pinaaral, hindi sila makapunta sa abroad, hindi sila makapasok sa this type of work. So, work, there are many reasons to find joy in working NCC. And sometimes sabi ko nga there are some people actually who probably will lose hope na, or parang ang hirap na ang buhay nila, or especially last year where it was really awful. I tell them na, alam mo, people try to find meaning in your life. Diba? That's one of the things na sometimes it's missing. That's why we cannot find joy in our living. But sometimes, mahirap talaga hanapin yung meaning na yan. But then, I tell them na, alam mo, working for NCCC and doing your work well to make sure that NCCC will live on for many, many more years and benefit many, many more people, that alone is a lot of meaning. We should give a lot of meaning in your life. Diba?
You know, and talking about meaning in working, alam mo ba na iyan ang sinishare ko dun sa aking Love of Work program. Talks about everyone. It talks about what's the meaning in working? Bakit ka nariyan? Sir Yet and the rest of our viewers, alam niyo po, di ba tayo, we wanted to be motivated in what we do. And ang motivation, everyone, syempre may panahon po, meron din pagkakataon na bumababa, nagwe-wane din unti-unti. Ang lagi ko nang sinasabi, everyone, katulad po, nag-agree kami, hindi po kami nag-usap ni Sir Yet dito to begin with. Ang lagi ko pong sinasabi dito sa Love of Work program, yung why employees need to love their job more than ever, is that you have to really see your purpose. Ano nga ba, bakit ka nariyan? We need to be reminded why are we there to begin with. Kaya nga po, pag sinasabi na nadidisorient, nababawasan ng motivation, alam nyo ang lagi lamang kailangan nyo gawin. Go back doon sa unang pagkakataon. Tanong nyo po ang sarili nyo, why am I here to begin with? And when that happens, you will be able to see that you will be reigniting the fire. Kasi, Sir Yeta and to all our viewers, may tatlong approaches on how are we going to reignite again our love, yung love natin sa work natin. Una, mag-renew tayo. I-renew natin yung alam nyo, yung sarili natin. Bakit nga ba ako ganito ngayon? Parang i-rediscover natin. That's renew. And then rekindle the love yung doon sa ginagawa mo. Kasi for many people, lalo na ngayong pandemic, honestly, Sir Yeta, marami pa rin tayong employees or associates or sabihin na natin nasa workplace na hindi pa rin nakuha ang tamang meaning kung bakit ka nandyan at hindi pa rin grateful doon sa mga nangyayari sa paligid natin. And then pangatlo, di ba? Sabi nga natin, di ba? Renew, mag-rekindle ka. Pagkatapos, kailangan matuto tayo. Kasi we need to have result. We need to learn and we need to move on with that. And for that reason alone, everyone, it really boils down dun sa culture. Para it's how we impact people. It has to be embedded in what we do, similar with what have been shared by Sir Yet ngayong pinag-uusapan natin. Okay, Sir Yet, sa dami na nagko-comment dito, okay lang dyan, chill ka lang, don't worry, malapit na tayo, may nag-extend tayong content para mabati lang natin yung ating mga viewers. Go ahead, Camille, let's greet our viewers. Yan, from Dario Amonto, sabi ko na nga ba, talagang nandito lahat ngayon ng mga taga Davao. Watching from Davao. Dario, magandang gabi sa iyo. At check. Thumbs up si Dario. Sino pa? From Cecil Liberato. Truly a leader who cares. Thank you, Sir Yeti. Maraming salamat, Cecil. And I hope that Sir Yeti is really one inspiring, di ba? Motivated talagang leader for you. Glenn Crisma Lopez. Ayan, clap. Sir Yeti, maraming salamat, Glenn. From Leonie Orbita, thumbs up. Thank you, Leonie. Chikit, NCCC management overall culture of caring is so deep-seated and far-reaching for its employees, customers, and the community. It is amazing. It is every employee's happy working place. So tingnan nyo, sakto yung mga tanong natin, ano? So maraming salamat. I remember lang, hold mo lang, Camila. I remember I remember the other day, we had an engagement with Make Any Foods. I don't know if you have met the President CEO, si Foods Garcia, or baka nga, I don't know kung meron siyang mga products sa inyo dyan. You know, isang katulad mo itong taong ito, na talagang, alam mo, yung kultura, yung pagmamahal, pag-lead sa kanyang tao. Kasi may engagement ako sa kanila the other day. Parang kayo, leaders assembly. Sila din nung isang araw. And I'm fortunate and I'm blessed to really keynote the team all over the Philippines, all our leaders, managers and up, na talagang pareho ka na sinasabi, na talagang kailangan yung kailangan natin gawin para sa ating team, sa ating organization, talagang deep-seated yung kultura. And in fact, alam mo, ang aming pinag-uusapan din, loving of work, meaning in working. We need to be reminded, why are we there to begin with? So, I hope, Sir Yeta, ma-meet mo siya one of these days, hopefully, kung di man virtual, siguro sa mga pagkakataon, maging live, you can share a lot of things. I think, sasama na ako doon, nasisingit din ako. Kasi, pare-pareho tayo dito. Sige, okay, everyone, eto lang, quick na lang to We would like also to invite you everyone, kasi in-extend po namin yung promo ng aming libro na Standout Leadership at yung Strategies of a Champion Entrepreneur for only $699. Ito po ginawa namin holiday promo lamang. But because of the clamor of many people all over the Philippines, at meron pa nga po kahapon nagpa-order mula Maldives. Maraming salamat, nag-message sa akin. Maraming salamat, if I'm mistaken, Ma'am Regina, ka ngayon, at Yani, yung kanyang anak. Maraming salamat at all the way from Maldives. Ito pong libro. So if you wanted to get a copy of this book, for only $699, free shipping na po ito nationwide. And by the way, talking about programs, we would like to invite you also, yung programa natin, again, yung Kickstart campaign natin, yung Motivate Our Team for this 2021, for your kickoffs, rallies, conferences,
General Assembly team building, facilitation, strategic planning, facilitation, ang dami. Ang dami. Let us know, together with the programs ng Standout TJC, Love of Work program, yung ating pinag-usapan natin, Leadership Champion Keynotes, and many more, let us know with this programa. Yan, like also, we would like to greet pa. Yes, greet pa tayo, ang dami pa rito. Yun, tignan nyo ha. Yan, yan, meron pong copy si Sir Yet. Sir Yet, sana nakatulong sa iyo yung libro ha. Sana nagbibigay pa ng additional insight. Alam ko magaling ka ng isang leader with all the very good compliment of your team, and I know from your heart, this is what you wanted to do, and I'm sure that you are a typical standout leader that we need in this country. Yan po ang totoo dyan. Batiin muna natin ito mga iba. Baka magalit sa atin ito mga ito. Arnold Campos, amazing evening everyone watching from Silent Street, Davao City. Maraming salamat Arnold for joining us. Take care of your employee and your employee will take care of your business. Rightfully said, Arnold. And then Rio Linda, ma'am, always proud to be a member of NCC family. Ma'am Rio, maraming salamat at Happy New Year. Ray Tabulo, 3D in purpose, define, develop, and deliver. And this is what Pastor Yet is doing. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray. Joan De La Peña, NCCC, Truly Cares. Maraming salamat, Joan. From Lay Coro, watching Sir Yet from Crocs UFC. Football club ba?
Football club, anak ko.
Uy, yung mga anak ko dati na maliliit, nako, mga footballeros. Ay, nako, mga varsity pa ng Ateneo. O, yung FC. Marami, baka nagkalaban pa yung mga anak natin sa mga tournaments. Coca-Cola, Alaska, at marami. Like Academic Santos. Tama, di ba? The only way to realize how value you work is when you visualize without head. Nako, Laika. Tama, correct ka dyan, Laika, ha? O yan, yes, I think we have extended quite a while for this. I would like to give the floor again to you and maybe a message that will help us really dissect and really get what we wanted as part of our cultural organization. Go ahead, Sriyat.
Well, NCCC is gonna be 70 years already in 2022. It all started from a small store in 1952 by my grandfather. And from the very start, with his humility, hard work, and his integrity, he developed a company that really, important talaga yung sincerity. Eh. So the care and love that NCCC has through at present came from the very roots of where NCCC started. And many times during my time as NCCC, especially when I was still nagkakasimula ko pa lang, I'm always surprised. I'm always inspired by every time I hear stories of ganitong ginagawa. Talaga. I always hear about how things are being done in our company growing up. And then when I started working, mas marami akong narinig. And it's really inspiring, not for me. That's why, truthfully, ako I'm not actually I'm not a person who really likes to lead, or to actually, I'm not even business-minded enough sa totoo lang. But then what totally inspires me to try my best to contribute what I can, to give what I can for this company is yung care, and yung inspired by the work of my father. Yung sobrang hard work niya, and when you cannot sometimes other people will not understand bakit ganun yung pagtrato niya sa mga employees. It's really different. Although I'm not saying na walang ganung companies, but it's really inspiring. And you can see when he passed away how so many people were affected by his passing, and you can hear even more stories about just how he cares. And then that he has been my inspiration, and what kung ano man yung pagkukulang ko sa actually through yung he's really very ang galing-galing talaga niya. maybe yung part na hindi ko magawa na kayang galing-galing niya, it's the caring part actually na I make sure. Kasi even in the earlier years of my work sa NCCC, lagi siyang it's also something that you question lang, kaya pa ba natin gawin yan? Kaya pa ba natin ibigay yan? Baka kung hindi natin ito tanggalin, malulugi ng company. Pag gagawin pa rin natin yan, baka we will not but alam mo, it didn't happen. The more we cared for everybody, the more the company became stronger, became more successful. Kasi when everyone is feels like family, although you don't really say na you own the business, diba? You cannot really totally tell the employee, oh, you run it like it's your own, because in many ways it's not, but when you feel this care that goes beyond what a typical business would care for you, and you will know that your work contributes not only to your own finances, but to the success of the business that helps a lot of people, then your work becomes more meaningful, and your work becomes more valuable, and it's this value that is important. And actually, diba, even prior to last year, in the I've been reading a lot in the news about these companies that are, because diba, right now business is changing. A lot of businesses are closing in the other country, particularly the businesses that are being taken over by online businesses. But those businesses that do survive, regardless of whatever are the forces of that affect them, that make it hard for their type of businesses, it's the businesses that care for their employees that survive, and that is key. And this care should be, it's not something you can institutionalize and just fake it. It has to be real, genuine care, and that's what being a human company means. Ayun.
Hindi ko alam kung dapat na nating tapusin to. But, for many things that you have shared with us right now, I would like to everyone to put emphasis on certain things that Sir Yet have shared. Una, sabi niya, he believed in partnership. Reason enough that he could associate. Tama ba, Sir Yet, Tapos, ito, I always tell people about this also, that your success is our success. So, ibig sabihin, yung success ng company, yung success ng negosyo, lagi pong nasa success nating lahat. At sabi nga ni Sir Yet, yung corporate values is napaka-importante na na-share, di ba, ng part ng family, NCC, napakalaking bagay doon. Isang kahanga-hanga po na ginagawa lagi nila Sir Yet ang kanilang company, yung kanilang compassion with others. Ito yung tinatawag natin, di ba? It doesn't follow everyone that you have to be big business, to have big companies for us to help other people. Di ba? By helping other people, na ipapakita po natin yung totoong magiging compassionate natin in so many ways. And lastly, ito ang gusto kong sa nabanggit ni Sir Yet. A leader. Look here. Yan po yan. Master Yet, sabi ko nga everyone, ito yung model na dinevelop ko, yung care model doon sa ating lab of Code program na yung bang we have to commit, we have to allow, and we have to be reminded. And lastly, yung E, enough of the reclamation. Yan yung mga gusto nating i-share as always, itong modelo na ating pinag-uusapan. Sir Yet,
yung vision namin na a leader who cares, it has been many times it's been questioned na dapat baguhin na yan kasi ang vision lagi daw yan siya ina-update, ina-change.
Yes.
But I decided, I suggested actually na this is gonna be our perpetual vision kasi it's a vision that doesn't have an end actually. A leader who cares. Although we are a leader in some aspects, there's still room for improvement, diba? There's still other areas to conquer. There's still other rankings to beat. Number 1 kami dito, number 2 kami dito, and how we do business. So there are a lot of other ways for our leadership to still excel. But then, to balance that and to make sure na we do it right, the NCCC way, a leader who cares. And so both leader and cares remain in our vision perpetually because it's an unending vision. There's no end to how you can be a leader and there's no end to how much you can care.
Right. Fully agree that vision needs to be updated every so often with the current environment, what's happening around us. These are the things that will help us go on, be a visionary, be motivated, and get along with what we wanted to achieve for our people, for our team, for our business, and also for our family. With that, Sir Yet, maraming salamat. I was informed by our team right now that we have shares of about more than 140 shares tonight. Just tonight alone, I'm sure tataas pa ito as we play back everything. Everyone, tonight is a very special night also. Alam naman po natin na Sir Yet, nagpapasalamat na kami sa iyo sa dami mo na ibahagi doon sa mga taong narito sa atin ngayon. Just quickly everyone, our preview for next week, we will be having Miss Miriam Kiambao and we'll be talking about power dressing. So abangan niyo po yan, another special episode on next week with good friend also, Miriam Kiambao, yung ating Miss Universe, di ba? Siya po ay malaking bagay na mag-share sa atin about power dressing. Whether you're an employee, a business owner, corporate executive, malamang matututunan din po natin to next week. Yan. So, kung hindi pa rin po kayo member ng Workplace Excellence PH, mag-miyembro na kayo kasi ganito na po ang inyong maririnig, ganito po ang inyong review. We will always be motivated in all the things that we would like to share with you. Unang-una, libre, wala pong bayad siya. Sir Yet, on to the 70th year, I'm happy to be part of NCC for this itong pandemic at sa mga susunod pa. I hope you are good, your team, your family. Last word, Sir Yet, before we end and close and wrap up our show.
Oh, well, kayang-kaya natin to. During times when medyo wala ka nang masabi, mahirap na to say about a situation. Say, go lang ng go. Yan ang lagi ko sinasabi. And ang dinagdag ko last year is laban lang ng laban. And so, kaya natin to. You know your strength, know what you wanna do, and be happy with your work. Ang importante lang talaga, you have to do it from the heart talaga. And when everything starts from the heart, then madali na lang. Everything else will be much easier because everyone else will have meaning. Everything you do will have meaning. So, kaya natin to, malapit na magka-vaccine, hopefully, babalik na tayo to normal, and laban lang tayo ng laban. Go lang tayo ng go.
Alright, rightfully said everyone. Sir Yet, maraming salamat. Sabi niya, go, laban lang tayo. And everyone, take it from heart, start everything from our heart. With a purpose, we are driven, we will get motivated, and we will be getting there kung ano yung gusto natin ma-achieve in your personal and professional life. Everyone, maraming salamat. Magandang gabi sa inyo. I hope that the Paulo Tibig Show, ang strategies na bagong habit natin, have shared with you tonight insightful insights from market. Sir Lafayette Lim of NCCC. Everyone, God bless, good night, and see you again next week on the line. Dito lamang sa the Paulo Tibig Show. Bye!
God bless everyone.
Yeah.
So far away.